Have you ever dropped a pin in Apple Maps only to wonder where it went a little later? Or have you ever wondered why locations appear in your places and others don't? In this video, I'm going to cover 2 ways to save locations: saving existing locations or saving custom locations that don't already have a label in Apple Maps. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to manage, rename, move, and remove locations without getting confused. First up, let's save an existing location in Apple Maps. So here in the app, I'm going to zoom into Piedmont Park over in Atlanta. And I see that there's a label for Piedmont Park. I'm going to tap that. In the information card that shows up, I want you to take a quick notice of the plus symbol there, along with the share symbol. In later versions of iOS, this is kind of a floating toolbar that kind of stays at the bottom of your screen. But in this version, I'm dealing with it up there close to the title. Anyway, that is an indicator for whether something's added to your library. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to tap Pin. And notice that there in that toolbar, the plus changed to a check mark. So everything should be saved there. Also, if I tap away from it, you'll now notice that that Piedmont Park icon has a push pin near it, indicating that it's part of my saved locations. Now, let's go ahead and save a custom location as a pin. So this is where things get interesting. Say I have a favorite park bench somewhere in Piedmont Park, and I want to share that location with a friend. I don't want them to have to drive to Piedmont Park and then wander around this very large park until they find me on one of the hundreds of park benches. So I can actually mark the location and then share that with a friend. That way that person can drive to the park and walk the rest of the way right to the park bench where I'm going to be located. So let's zoom in. There's a favorite field I have here. And what I will do is the park bench is roughly in this location, so I'm going to tap and hold. And the marked location will show up. And if I go, I might have misjudged this, and the park bench might actually be on the other side of the trail. So if that's the case, I can tap Move to fine-tune the location. Now this is going to be a little weird because I'm going to move the map under the pin. It's kind of odd, but it works. So I'm just going to scoot it over a little bit, release. I'm going to tap Done on this screen. If you have a more modern version of iOS, you're probably going to see a check mark instead of the word Done. So we get finished there, and we've moved the spot where my favorite park bench is. Now I'm going to scroll down in the information card. I'm going to tap Pin, and then notice there in that toolbar, it's changed to a check mark, meaning the location has been successfully saved. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, go ahead and click the like button. And if you like videos like this one, go ahead and click subscribe. Now that we've got the 2 locations saved, let's take a look at about how it appears in our Apple Maps library. So what I'll do is close the information card. My marked location is still on the screen. And if I swipe up here, I will see my library. I will see that there is Piedmont for Piedmont Park, which is fine. But my bench location is called Marked Location. That's not as helpful. So I need to change the label. So tap and hold Marked Location here and tap Edit Location. Now up at the top, you'll see the label. Now what I'll do is just kind of triple tap it so that it selects everything. And I'm going to give it a better label. Favorite Park bench. And I'll hit done. You might have a check mark. And now you see that that location has been changed to Favor Park Bench. So now let's check how we would actually share this location with a friend. So on the map, we would find my Favor Park Bench here. I'm going to tap it. And you probably noticed it earlier, but there's the share button right there in that little toolbar. On this screen, it's up there by the title on the information card. Newer iOS versions, this is going to be a floating toolbar near the bottom of your screen. So if I tap share, I'm going to get the usual options I have here. If I just want to send a message to somebody, you would just tap messages and send the location to the person using messages. Now, let's cover how to remove a pin from your location. We'll say that we're no longer living in the Atlanta area and we're not going to be visiting this park anymore, so it doesn't need to be part of our locations any longer. So in the Map app, navigate to your Favor Park Bench. Let's tap that, and here find the check mark, whether it's there by the title or down at the bottom of your screen, and let's go ahead and toggle it off, and we will confirm remove, and the location is gone. Now in later versions of iOS, there might be a secondary component to this. You might get an additional information card, and then you might need to toggle off or uncheck the places row there. Tap that and the custom pin will disappear from your map. So there you go. Now you know exactly where your pins go and what to do about them when things get messy. I hope this helped. If you have any tips about using maps, be sure to share them below in the comments. And until next time, have fun, stay safe, and keep learning.